Yes. Hail to all. You know who this is. You know this is your guy, Creative Humble, back again, and another one. This is log 9, the ninth log. Yes. We are making a lot of strides. Today's Monday, as you know, Memorial Day for some nations, not for others. This is an interesting day today. Today is a day of, I would say, to remember. Today is a day that represents sacrifice. A lot of people made the sacrifice, and eventually you will make the sacrifice too when you are called upon. Keep that in mind. So give thanks to those who have paid the price, and give thanks to those who will continue to pay the price. Guidance and protection. As I said, today's Monday, the moon day, the moon, many representations of the moon, many. We will be diving into a little things here and there. Mostly we're going to focus on the Gnostics basics of the mysteries of the body of Osiris and Legbha. However, let's get into the representation of the moon day. The color for the moon Monday, that will be white, and it will also be silver. The angel representative of the moon will be Gabriel, and that is God. God is my strength. That's what Gabriel represent. Is also God's main messenger. So when Gabriel come around, the message, it's coming. A lot of things is happening. So let's get down to it. And as I said, I hope everybody's having a good day and a good night, and let's keep it going. All right, positivity as always. Little negativity sprinkle here and there, but hey, sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, so let's get down to it. The mysteries of the body of Osiris and Legbha. Ultimately, this represents you, the individual. Okay, so let's get down to it. The student of Gnosticism. Okay, the student of Gnosticism, of Osiris and Legbha, is really the body of the initiate. The body of the initiate. That is you. The magician is the priest, and the magician is also called the Heliophant. I think it's called Heliophant. Yes, that's the priest. Okay, the magician. The magician is the priest of Osiris-Legbha, who must awaken the body to its magical forms and function. So your body must be awakened to its forms and function. The body is the meeting ground for all the mysteries. So keep that in mind. Your body is the meeting ground for all mysteries out there. All of the mysteries is just a representation of you, your body. The outer worlds, as they would call it, the universe, is just a representation of you, your body. Okay. All right. So, but especially for the mysteries which are associated with the red and the black rays of the temple workings. So the black rays and the red rays of the temple workings. These are different variations. It helps to really tap into your temple. And these rays, we will go into them on a later date. So we will dive right directly straight to the source of it, and we can, get in more. Let me not digress too much. Within the context of the esoteric process, the initiate must pass through all of the magical stages of the Osirian mythos. So yes, you must pass through the stages. This is my book. I have the whole thing. I got notes. I make sure I write down the whole stuff that we're gonna talk about right here, and I'll keep it slow and I'll keep it steady. So that's how it needs to be. Yes. So it is a magical stage, right? That you have to go through. You have to go through this stage. You go through it every single day without even knowing it, without even noticing it, that you're going through these stages. So you must pay attention. You must tap in. While at the same time acting and integrating into yourself the mysteries and the energies of the deepest level of your psyche. Yeah, you must access these levels. The psyche, there's so much things we must get into. We must remind ourselves that we are more than just our physical husk. We must remind ourselves constantly, because this world is designed so we can just clearly just stay tap into the mundane things, just keep on working without vacation, without actually looking at yourself. You know, these are the things. Okay, which would be, so the psyche, right? The deepest level of your psyche, right? Which will be the Osiris and Legbha soul, the soul. The Hierophant is the one who will guide you. The Hierophant, the priest, is the one that will guide you through your journey into and through the halls of the mysteries. These halls are within the initiate's own body. So, yes, the guide, this priest will guide you through your body to let you know these are the representation of the planetary bodies, these powers that they may talk about, whether it will be the sun, the moon, the Mars, whichever planet or bodies you want to use. We are the representations of these. Yes, we are. Okay. So it represents the initiate's own body, but they are also deep states of awareness. Very much they are deep states of awareness, whereby that part of you which is the Osiris-Legbha soul. You are that. You are your soul. You are the Legbha soul. This is you that we're talking about. Acknowledge yourself. Please do. Okay. All right. So this Legbha soul, right? You have to let it take over you. Upon the awakening, right? It must take over you. And upon your awakening, and it will replace the persona of the mere mortal. So when you tap into your soul, and this God come about, it will replace your persona and it will replace it. So the mere mortal will just basically sit in the background while your soul, your God soul, come online, or the spirits, as some would say, the spirit come online. So yes, when this happens, the soul is awakened. Okay, so when you tap in, the soul is awakened to its true essence. You must awaken your soul to its true essence. I imagine there's many people that woke up and went crazy due to the fact that they realized that they're living into something that they never truly tried to comprehend. So they went mad and we had to put them in the crazy homes. This is how our system governs the people. You cannot just go mad. You must calm yourself. You must understand this. That's why it's very good to understand yourself and the system that you're a part of. Yes. Okay. The resurrection has happened. Yes, the resurrection. When they talk of the resurrection, they're talking about you, your soul. Okay, it has happened because the soul has been restored to life in the body of the initiate. Yes, you have been. By now, becoming aware of the truth, which states that the body is now the body of Osiris and Legbha. The gods have just claim that body. Your true self will tap in and show. Okay. The mysteries is the physical process, and they are related to the laws of the awakening of the body. Okay, the laws, right? The laws of the awakening of the body and its understanding of itself. So yes, there's many people out there that are awakening towards these things and they're seeing it. Now the good thing is, once you are awakened, be mindful not to just go out and say this and say that, because you have organizations and people that is hunting you hunting for you. So you must understand yourself as the soul that you are. Understand that you have the capability. Remember, I told you the subconscious is the powerhouse that has the power to change your reality. Such is the soul. Yes, that is the soul, the power that will come online. These are the things they do not want you to talk about or tap into. Hence, when you go to your favorite place of worship, your place of probably therapy or just tongue lashing, these are the things that you will not be aware of and they will not talk about them. It's all about making you feel good, morality, the dogma. Okay, let's continue. However, if this is so, then there should also exist a definite power, right? There is a definite power. There is a definite power zone. There's a definite power zone within you. These are four power zone in you, in numbers in your body, four in your body. That's where these power zones are, okay? You have the energy to do so much, but you have not learned to tap into it. We have not learned to tap into it. That's why we are going to start coming online so we can tap into ourselves. That's the best way to do it. Yes. Okay. Okay, so through which the body can interact with the time space station of the Gnostics. Okay, so your body can interact with so much stuff. And the good thing about the Gnostics and Gnostic teachings of things, even religion, any type of religion, you should always try to understand the other level to it, which is the Gnostic level, Gnosticism. You must understand that because that's a different interpretation from what I would say the exoteric interpretation is. So you need to understand the esoteric along with the exoteric. And we will get into this right now. Okay. Since the parts of the body reflect the structure of the Gnostic hyperspace. Ooh, the Gnostic hyperspace. Yeah, we have this highway in us, this space. There was a movie one time, I think it's called Osmosis Jones. It went into it, what we are. We are a universe. There is so much things that's alive in us. We are our own universe. Keep that in mind. You're your own universe, your own God. So search for that. Okay. In fact, these hyperspace and logics is the reflection of the body. The so-called logics that everybody want to argue about is just your body, man. This is all it has to do. You got to dive in. The Gnostic body becomes a perfect map or network of the ideal and perfect or abstract and logical world of being. Okay? Logical world of being. That's what your body is. These worlds come and are present in the body and in the processes which enable the body to function in every way. Yes, your body. This is the function of it. It has so much, yet still we have not yet even grasped the understanding or the opportunity to actually dive in. But within the dreams, that's another thing. You will tap in. From the exoteric to the most esoteric, because the spirits of these very high or remote worlds are totally in the field of the body. Okay? Simple as it says, the spirits of these very high or remote worlds are totally in the field of the body. So when you're reaching out and trying to talk to your ancestors or spirits, keep it in mind. That's who you're reaching out to, your body, because it has so much doorways, so much connectivity, and you must dive in. Okay, let's continue. Alrighty. It's present, really, in the incarnation. So while we're present right now, our incarnation, which is our body, right? The incarnation of the physical substance and awaiting the magical awakening of their true essence. So this body, this incarnation, as I said, have a lot of things in it that you can tap into. So you must tap into this. You must tap into this physical substance. What is this physical substance? People will call it. There's many phrases within the physical substance. Some call it gloosh. Some call it your soul. Some call it plasma. Some call it melanin. Some call it the drug that people take, adrenochrome. There's so much liquid, dopamine, the liquid that they separate from the pregnant mothers when time they give up their fetuses, which they turn into fentanyl and other stuff. These are the things you must tap into. Okay, the process of awakening is the same process as the Kamamorians. If you research the Kamamorians, you realize that their secret method is the same method right now that I'm talking about for you to awaken yourself. Kamamorians. The purpose of the initiates, right, should be to awaken the body and especially to awaken all of the gods and spirits that is present in your physical body. So when you're about to be initiated in anything, don't forget it's supposed to tap into those energies that you are unaware of. However, your priest, the initiator, supposed to go into this. Most of the time they will just briefly dive into this. They won't go too much on it. And once you are initiated, I imagine that's when the doors are supposed to open and you're supposed to walk through the doors, and that is it. Please, if you're being initiated, keep it in mind. You do not need to be butt broken to be initiated. You do not need to give up your wives or your children to be initiated. You do not have to give up anything to be initiated. Okay? Keep that in mind. Life is your initiation. The fact that you're here and the fact that you will come again, you already have been initiated. Okay? So keep that up. All right. So, as I always said, the God you have been looking for, right, to save you is ultimately yourself. So you must find yourself on your journeys. While you go through this journey within this life, you must find yourself. That is the only way you can do it, you know? So it will continue to pass and it will continue to push on. So just smile. As I said, tomorrow is another day. If you feel pain tomorrow, it will pass. Just push on. You know, I was outside walking recently. I went to this park and as I said, I took my shoes off and I watched the bees. The bees were drinking water. I watched the bees drink water. As I squatted down to look at the bees enjoying and drinking their nectar, the waters, I wonder, like, I have never actually taken time to look at these creatures drink water. Don't we all need this water that we take for granted? In many countries, water is not available until you walk a mile or more. In other countries, it is so polluted that to drink it is to cause so much pain. However, why not drink it? Hunger and suffocation is a hell of a thing. Just like how they used to say drugs and cocaine, it's a hell of a thing. But hunger, suffocation, it's a hell of a thing. So one will do so much, one will do anything to get out of that. And the mindset, one will do anything. And it's understandable why. So as I watch the bees drink their water, and as I pick wild berries, as I said, and I eat and I taste the wild berries, and I walk, and I saw a tree, and I climbed this tree, I mounted this tree just like the spirits that come into your body and mount you like a horse. I climbed this tree and I looked up and I look at the birds and I listen. And while the leaf dance in the wind and I hear the birds chirp, I am like, why haven't we did this more? Why have we forgot that we are wild beings? We are wild creatures upon this planet. And that's when it hit me. We have forgotten ourselves so much, all because we have been chasing material wealth. We haven't looked at ourselves and say, hey, how are you doing, man? You know what I mean? How are you? What happened? Tap back in like, the days of, oh, I used to remember this, the days of nostalgia. But for you to actually go and just be wild, do a backflip, do a cartwheel, climb a tree, because even last night I had a dream. I had a dream of a tree. I had a dream that I had an encounter. And just like the game of Box and Donkey Kong, I had to take a stairs, and the stairs were shaky. It was shaky stairs. So what I did, I climbed the tree, just like the tree of life or the tree of light, Yggdrasil tree. I mounted and I climbed the tree, and then I go up to the office of the person that was in charge. However, the person that was in charge was also mounting and having their way with all of the people that came through there. But I will not have it. So I went back on my way because I do the mountain. I do the climbing. Okay? This is my journey. And I've found that the best thing you can do when you wake up from such things is just to like, wow, I haven't had dreams like this in a while that I actually remembered. Have you remembered your dreams? Have you tapped in? I imagine I've bought many lotto tickets and I've won. I never once went near to cash them. Many things we have done, but we do it because we can do it. That is the only answer. We do it because we chose to. And that is all. We do it because we can. There's no other explanation. You can call it what you will. It could be divine punishment. It could be divine comedy. Laugh as you can and enjoy the days and the nights as they are. And just be you. No matter what, wherever you go, just be you. Enjoy yourself. Laugh. Listen to some music. You know what I mean? Read a book. Call somebody. Have a drink, on your personal time to just take a load off, and don't worry so much. Because guess what? When you worry, I guess you make things double. Don't worry. You got tomorrow to worry. Don't worry today. Worry tomorrow. And when tomorrow comes, hey, worry just a little bit and let it pass. Because the next day might come. And if not, lucky you. At least you got to clock out when you clocked out. So with that in mind, don't forget, you are the one you've been searching for. And you will always be the one you're searching for. So be the case. So, as I said, you know who it is. This is your guy, Creative Humble, again with another one. And please be careful out there. As I said, there's a lot of things going on. Earlier, I saw a deer. I saw a dead deer by a church and a vulture circling it. Even though today is supposedly Memorial Day, a lot of sacrificial things happen. A lot of things going on. It's a dark type of energy right now. They're siphoning our energies and a lot of things is going on. Oh yeah, before I go, please be aware and be mindful that there's a lot of distractions going on right now. Okay, don't fall for it. They have been putting up a lot of images, a lot of statues, and what they're trying, this is escapism at its fullest, because as you watch the media in its old game, it's giving you things just for you to stay busy, but it's a distraction because ultimately there's more than one thing that's going on. Don't forget there's other things going on equally to what is the bigger issue, and the bigger issue is you still live on this planet and you still have to go through the continual life of whatever. Okay, so stay active, stay vigilant, don't be distracted, and don't become a victim of this continual system. But if you are, don't worry about it. Tomorrow's the next day. You know what I mean? You can fight for your freedom then. Other from that, stay humble, stay creative, and for now, stay alive until it's your time to clock out. All right.